Not much has really been done with career mode in recent years, so it's understandable that at some point or another, you're going to get a bit bored with it. So when you do find that happening, and you do find yourself getting bored with career mode, here are 5 things to try out that could help you find the game more enjoyable again. And these things will be all the more enjoyable for you if you subscribe to this channel. Okay, so that last part's probably not true, but subscribe anyway, yeah? Let's get on with it. Sprint to glory. This is something that Channy does on his channel, taking charge of different teams in different countries and attempting to take them to glory. The rules are set out for you on the screen right now. He sets himself the challenge of not just being able to sign any players whatsoever, they have to either be a free agent, playing in the same league as where he's managing, or from the same nation as the side that he's focusing on. The aim is obviously to secure as much glory as possible in the process, purely simulating the games rather than playing them. Now, if you were doing this for yourself, then you could obviously make your own rules and choose to play the games if you wish. Channy simulates them, but obviously, if you're doing this for yourself, adapt it to suit you. If you prefer to play the games, then do that, but by placing a limit on what players you're allowed to sign. This therefore adds a heightened element of challenge to the process of playing through career mode, and you can't just head on over to FIFA and sign up all of the highest potential players in world football. You have to think more carefully about your decisions, be more selective with who you sign in, and think long term about what different players will help you and what you're going to be needing in the future. You could take charge of Oxford United, for instance, moving them up through the divisions and bringing in some awesome young English players. Perhaps you could even use the youth academy as well, take advantage of that and build together a team of absolute homegrown heroes. If you're going to go down the English team route though, then personally I think that Portsmouth could be another good team to consider as well, due to the fact that they've got their own Fratton Park Stadium featured in the game. It just adds that extra level of authenticity and immersion, I feel, to play in a team's real life stadium. I think that Channy's Sprint to Glory system is a pretty brilliant one, to be honest, and if you want to challenge yourself in a similar manner, then you may just find that career mode becomes much more interesting for you again. Career mode can get quite easy sometimes if you're not careful, but restricting yourself in this way can definitely make things more challenging and potentially plenty more enjoyable as well. Another career mode YouTuber that's created his own series around the process of simulation is Jared HD. You may well have heard of him already. He has been absolutely blowing up in recent months. His rebuild series has been everywhere, and yeah, fair play to him. He's been killing the game on YouTube. He's gone past 50,000 subscribers recently, and he deserves so many more. His career mode content was always incredibly innovative, and yeah, this rebuild series from him is truly brilliant. Jared's rebuild series has a significant focus on transfers as he brings in different players to improve the strength and depth, and attempts to turn each team into a European powerhouse. The aim is for him to achieve Champions League glory with each team, and every time he makes it to a Champions League final, the simulation process is stopped and he takes to the field for himself, playing with that team and attempting to achieve Champions League glory. You can tell that he builds a strong affinity with each side throughout the course of each video, and there's a real sense of excitement and achievement as he sets about winning the Champions League trophy with each team that he does. Again, if you're doing this for yourself, then you obviously don't have to sim every game if you don't want to. You can go about things exactly as you wish. The idea here is to make things more enjoyable for you, and yeah, only you can determine how you want to go about that. The way that Jared goes about his business though is truly brilliant. Obviously there's no real focus on realism. The goal is to achieve Champions League glory by any means necessary, and to be honest, this is the way that I personally like to play career mode as well anyway. It's a video game where stuff like this can happen. If you want realism, you probably shouldn't be playing FIFA. Anyway though, if you do want to try and make realistic signings, then obviously that's your call, but Jared HD has taken teams like Portsmouth and Aston Villa to European glory. There just aren't enough seasons in career mode to do that realistically. Youth squad legends. There are some career mode YouTubers out there that build up teams in career mode based around their youth academy prospects. YouTubers such as Cutsy, Sparring DK and Bama Striker 9 are well worth checking out for this kind of thing. Especially the awesome Australian Sparring DK. He swears, he rages, he doesn't hold back, and to be honest, his videos are just absolutely hilarious. He's 100% real, and he should have so many more subscribers than he does. That guy is truly brilliant. Anyway though, I digress. All of these YouTubers use the Youth Academy to bring in the best possible youth players that they can, and they use those players to take them up through the divisions and ultimately achieve glory within the game. Some of you watching this video might not usually use the Youth Academy at all, but in my opinion, it's definitely well worth doing. It can be a pretty slow process at times. You might get a player come through that is 48 rated or something like that, and they've got good potential, so obviously you got to stick with them for a while. They're not going to become a world-class player overnight, but it is so rewarding when you watch a young player develop and become an absolute superstar. It is such a good process, and yeah, real life players will always be there, but youth players vary from game to game. They're individual to each save, and yeah, it just makes things more interesting in my opinion. So if you're not someone that usually utilises the Youth Academy, definitely consider giving it a go. Create your own players. Creating your own players in career mode can be absolutely brilliant fun. You could, for example, create yourself and your mates, stick them on your local team, and attempt to take them to glory. You could give them all 99 rated stats in every area if you really wanted, or be a bit more realistic with things and give them all slightly less high quality stats. Niren has taken this to the extreme in a series that he has on his channel. He has a 1 rated player called The Box. A player with very limited ability that's more likely to injure his own players than ever actually score a goal or do anything remotely useful within the game. His box-based videos are incredibly funny, as is all of the content on his channel to be honest, and playing with completely useless players in the game is definitely something to consider doing. Or maybe just watch Niren's videos and prepare to cry with laughter at how ridiculously funny things can get. I'm not even exaggerating. The first time I watched one of Niren's box videos, I had tears rolling down my face come the end of the video. It really is highly recommended. It's brilliant stuff, and yeah, Niren is basically just an absolute legend. So yeah, playing with truly terrible players can actually be quite fun. Or alternatively, you could create a bunch of players that have the exact same stats as an already established professional and find out what they're capable of achieving in the game. Here's a bit of shameless self-promotion for you, but my last video featured a full team of Messis and a full team of Ronaldos, as myself and fellow YouTuber Bmonus attempted to discover which team would be more successful in simulation. To be honest, both teams were kind of terrible and struggled to score many goals whatsoever, which was kind of weird considering that every player was either Messi or Ronaldo, but there you go. I'll leave a link to that video in the description and you can check it out for yourself if you're curious. Basically though, there's plenty that you can do with creative players in career mode, and whether you're using super awesome players or completely terrible ones, you can perform some pretty interesting experiments within the game. Which brings me to my final point of another potential way of restoring your interest in career mode when you're getting a bit bored of it, and that is to perform FIFA experiments. A YouTuber by the name of Hepic has produced a variety of different experiments on his channel recently, putting out videos where he's done things such as placing Celtic and Rangers in the Premier League, English sides in Spain, and the worst players in the game on the Chelsea roster. Some would argue that the worst players in the game are already at Chelsea, but those people would be idiots. Chelsea are currently top of the Premier League, and they are by far the best team in England right now. Anyway though, there's plenty that you can do and take a look at in terms of FIFA career mode experiments, and if you want to experiment for yourself, then it can be quite fun to take a look at the implications of various different actions within the game. So, career mode may have stagnated a bit in recent years and it might seem fairly limited on the surface, but if you use a little bit of imagination, you can certainly make career mode a lot more interesting for yourself. These are 5 things that I personally recommend trying out if you want to try and make career mode more enjoyable again, and even if you don't go on to try any of these things out for yourself personally, then hopefully you've at least discovered a few new YouTubers anyway that you can check out and enjoy content from. If you found this video helpful or in any way enjoyable, then please do leave it a like, and that really would mean a lot to me. And if you are new to the channel and have enjoyed this, then please do subscribe to me as well. Everyone mentioned in this video will be linked down below, so yeah, make sure you check everyone out if you've not seen them before, and yeah, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you again next time.